Hello folks, this is Mike, PC31 the Vinyl Policeman, and today I'm going to do a video which is in response to a thread started by Ben in Australia, and he was trying to kid us that this is the first thread he's ever started, but it isn't. He did the 1 minute thread a little while ago and he had thousands of responses to that, so he's been a bit sneaky there. He did put a disclaimer in his comments actually. But Ben's getting really close now to 500 subs, and he has seriously got one of the best, most entertaining channels in the VC, and he's a real champion of Australian and their neighbours, New Zealand as well, music. Absolutely fantastic. Other varieties are available, of course. There's Lloyd Boom, who's got an excellent channel, and also John Down Under Tutelage, another great channel. But yeah, Ben, fantastic channel. Ben goes under many different names actually. He's a drummer extraordinaire, and lots of people call him different names. He goes under the name of Mike Rankins, which Steve Carlson calls him, the Skin Pounder, the Shed Burner, Gazebo Sizzler, Drum Thumper, the Bishop of Australian music, Outhouse Firestarter, I've heard him called that. Brian Embright Robot calls him Professor, SB, MBE. But to me, I simplify all that. I just call him, quite simply, Sir Benster of Melbourne, MBE. It's as simple as that. But also, Ben is much imitated. A lot of great men are. And people do try and do impersonations of him. And like this from Mike Vinyl Spiral, wicked impersonation, and this one from Steve at All the World's a Stage, another wicked impersonation. So, but as I say, great men are often impersonated by others. But anyway, so I'm doing this thread for the man of many names, and what he wants is to show 5 albums from 5 different artists, but artists who are relatively new. So their first studio album can only have been 10 years ago. So there's no Hackney Diamonds in this one. So 5 artists from the last albums from the last 5 years, so 2019 up to 2023. So, okay, yeah, we'll have a go at that one. My first one is from 2019, and it's the eponymous album by Purple Mountains, and this is effectively just one person. This is David Berman, who was the only person in this particular project. He's been around for quite a long time, but in different bands. I mean, one of them is called the Silver Jews, I think. But this particular album was the debut. As I say, came out. He formed this particular project effectively in 2019, and it's an absolutely fabulous album. Indie rock. He hails from Chicago. It's an album of, I say it's indie rock, but it's kind of acoustic. He's kind of a poet, so the lyrics on it are absolutely superb. The sad thing about this is, less than a month after the album was released, he committed suicide, and it's such a shame because this is a seriously good album, and he could have gone on to do such great things. But this is worth giving a listen to because it is such a superb album, it really is. So that's from 2019. So from 2020, one of my favourite albums from that year, from newer type artists, was Fontaines DC, who hail from Dublin, and this is their second album, A Hero's Death, and it's a fantastic album. Post-punk, very Irish, quite edgy. Yeah, really good. 5-piece band. I must say, if you're going for Fontaines DC and you haven't heard them before, their third album, which came out last year, 2022, is their best, I'd say, Skinty Fair. Sorry about the glare. But from 2020, I'm going for Fontaines DC, A Hero's Death. So from 2021, I'm going for a band that originated in Brighton, but I think they're now based in Bristol, and it's Squid, and this is Bright Green Field. Squid are a fantastic band. I mean, they'll say this is the debut. Somebody once described them as post-punk prog rock, and if you can put those two things together, but you definitely can, because that's what this is. That was such a good description. I think it fits them so well. It's yeah. So this is from 2021. Really clever album. I'd also say with Squid actually that if you know nothing about them, then their album from this year, which is called Oh Monolith, which is really their second album, it's even better. But that debut back in 2021 is also very good. So from 2022, the wonderful band from Dundalk in the Republic of Ireland, Just Mustard. Steve Carlson actually turned me onto this band a while ago, and this is also their second album actually, and this is called Heart Under, and they are such a good band. Again, they're a 5-piece. The lead singer is Katie Ball, and she's fantastic female vocalist. Can't see much there, but she's a fantastic female vocalist who, her voice is very much like an instrument. So it's kind of not so much about the words, it's the way she uses her voice, and it matches the music, enhances the music absolutely fantastically. I'm a huge fan of this band actually, Just Mustard, and I would so recommend having a listen to this album. Their second album, their first album came out in 2018, which is called Wednesday, which is very shoegaze, but this album is it's more post-punk. It's not looking down at your shoes quite so much. There's kind of more to this. The songs are very strong. It's just a very strong album. I think it's superb. I play this all the time. But Just Mustard from 2022 with Heart Under. And the fifth one for Mr. Gazebo Sizzler is from 2023, and another Irish band actually, just pure coincidence, but it shows you how strong the Irish scene is at the moment. But another band from Dublin in the Republic, as the Murder Capital, and this is Gigi's Revenge. And their first one was 2019, When I Have Fears, but this one is a lot stronger in my opinion. So 5-piece band from Dublin, formed in 2018. Post-punk, very dark, intense album. Superb, really strong album. This is definitely one of my absolute favourite albums of the year. The Murder Capital, Gigi's Revenge. So that's for Ben in Australia, and as I say, let's put the word around to get Ben through the 500 ASAP, because he's not too far away at all. He's such an entertaining channel, and Ben is such a good egg, and that's no reflection on his hairstyle whatsoever. But yeah, vote Ben. There we go. Thank you.